I think I looked up to the gaffers that I worked with in the beginning, and I think I learned a little from all of them. Um, take all the good stuff. There was one gaffer I did a couple of shows with as a best boy, and he was very calm. And when we were on a set, he would start working at the back of the set and work his way forward. And he would tell me, I'm going to need a 5K here and a 5K here and a 2K over there. And then he'd start in the back with the guys up high. And then by the time he got to the front, the lights would be there ready. And that's the way to light a set. No matter if you're on location or on a stage, start at the back and work your way forward. And always, one of the things my father taught me is something has to win. If everything is just nice and even, it's boring. So what you need is something underexposed, but you also need things that are overexposed, so that, again, it looks more real. I always think that the best lighting is invisible. If somebody sees a movie and says, "Oh, I love that lighting," no, you missed the movie then. Or, "I love that music," then the music was wrong. It all should just enhance the film, not take your eye away, your mind away from the story and the actors. That's the most important thing. After I'd been a gaffer for a long time, I heard that Steven Soderbergh was going to be shooting his next movie. And I knew who he was and all that. But then a week after I heard that, I got a call to go in and meet with him about working on this movie. So I went in, and he was there, and the assistant director was there, and the production manager, and we're talking, and everything's going well. And he said, "Do you have a style?" And I had never, ever thought of that at all. And a friend of mine had taught a class at a place called the Sherwood Oaks Experimental College, and the class had been called Cinema Minima. So I said, "Yeah, Cinema Minima." He said, "You're my guy," because it was for the movie Traffic that we wanted it to look like a documentary. We certainly didn't want it to look lit, and Cinema Minima. And so we would go on location scouts and not think about where to put the lights, but do we need to use any lights? And there's a wonderful scene in the movie introducing Michael Douglas in this big courtroom in Ohio. There are no lights, and yet it looks wonderful and real, of course. So that's really a good attitude, I think, to have. We were talking about Dogma 95 at the time, which was a Scandinavian cult of people who said no lighting, no camera support, no post-production sound, no props other than those that are on the location, certainly no sets, only location. And the reason was that they were directors were working on these movies, and it would take 3 hours to light the set. And then the assistant director would say, "Okay, you got a half an hour to do it." They said, the priorities are askew here. The important part is shooting the scene, not lighting it, which is true. You have to get your priorities straight so that you spend the time on what's really important. Lighting is important, but let's make sure the director has time to do the movie too.